Well, today's a lazy day, so I'm just going to be mooching around. Nothing in particular to do. Might just have a bit of a yawn and a stretch. First thing to do today is heading down this lovely little road to see a lighthouse. Now, of course, I've seen quite a lot of lighthouses and there's nothing special about this one as far as I know. But it's just to have a nice little jolly and outing. And this is a nice place to be. I mean, look at this road, it's lovely. Single track, well tarred, and lovely views. Even the neighbours are polite and get out of the way as you approach. All moorland and sea with pebble beaches and only the occasional sandy one. Lovely little houses dotted about here and there. Views out into the loch, see the other side, or the little islands dotted about in the middle. What could be nicer? Perhaps a bit more sunshine. I have to admit that I've got my heated jacket on, and there's something rather nice about just plugging it in and enjoying the luxury of warmth. Now, although this bike is 20 odd years old, it did come with the German style little cigar lighter thing, so fully equipped for such luxuries as a heated jacket. And in due course I might even add the heated gloves, although the handlebars, the grips are of course heated themselves. Now it looks like we've got that little lighthouse just directly ahead on the end of the road. And there we are. One lovely little white lighthouse. And there's a gate. No parking beyond there. And I don't really want to wander down, so let's just head on back. I can't say I'm disappointed, but it just would have been something different to do on your day off. This is just lovely. And hello again to the locals. Go on, mate. It just keeps on winding in front of you and pulling over for that car that's coming down. and he's done the same in the passing place up there. So signal him to come on down, and thank you for your politeness, mate. Well, it works. It's quick, it's easy, and it's completely safe. As long as you just keep a little eye out for other traffic, especially the locals who basically got to earn a living. I'm just here for pleasure. A little bit of heather in with the moss and a little stream down there. Really is picturesque. Back at the Lochs Hostel, it really is a nice one, this one. Well worth a visit if you're coming along. You may have noticed around here that the waste bins are kept on their side in the glass, so that the wind can't blow them over. I'm sure they could have designed a better one, but that's the way they do it here. That sea, very calm, but those clouds are looking a little interesting. Now into the Lochs village itself, I love when you drive along a street like this, and it gives the impression of oldie worldiness. Well, of course, an awful lot of the village is hidden away behind those and bang up to date modern houses with good insulation and heating. This is not surprisingly a popular route for cyclists and motorcyclists, and I do feel sorry for the cyclists doing the NC 500, because the wind can be a hell of a thing up here. And the poor things sometimes look totally beat. Now, I must admit, I have an e-bike at home, and when you're fighting the wind or going up a steeper hill, just switching the power up a little bit, bloody marvellous. Probably put some of the little local videos on, because I live in Normandy and it's quite a nice little area. That's Normandy, France. And one day I'm going to learn French. I love these pine trees, absolutely gorgeous things. You can tell by looking at them which way the wind's blowing, consistently coming off the coast. Well, this is Loch U that we're riding along, and that's the Isle of U, U being spelled E-W-E, and it's a lovely bay. I'm not sure if that's a little salmon fishery down in the bottom. It seems a bit small for that. If you lived there and you had that as your view every day, in in all the changing weathers. That would keep you happy and entertained. And I've got the sun on my back. Oh. Now this is ground flying, when everything's just steadily going by underneath your wheels. All the time in the world to just enjoy it. And it's time to have a little wander, look at the coast, and get out a new camera that I want to try out. It's a cheaper one, a little Acaso. So we'll see how that goes. Got to read the instructions first and mutter them to myself as I go along. Well, worth stopping. Nice looking seal. He's sort of built in my proportions. Oh, that feels good, doesn't it, mate? Now this footage is shot with the Acaso. I've been using a DJI and an Insta360 One X, the original 360 version, and I can't really afford the new ones, so the original one it is. And I'll be honest, I'm much happier with the colour those produce than I am with this Acaso. Having said that, it's probably me not using the settings correctly. And if I didn't have the others, which are admittedly more expensive, I would probably have been quite happy with this. And I would have fiddled about with it until such times I got it right. Now this is a different loch that we're going alongside now. This is Little Loch Broom, that's B-R-O-O-M. I have a slight speech impediment, so sometimes I have to spell things out. Now that's quite a view. If you're like me, you look down something like that and you think what it must have been like when it was glaciers coming down from the mountains and carving their way out to sea. And then over a long period of time melting and leaving much of the land as we see it now. And it looks like the tide's out. So we're coming to the end of my little ride out. I'm just going to call back in at Gairloch and buy something for tea for tonight and maybe some beer. And then that's my lot for today. Nice lazy little day. Looks quite interesting as it goes up over the hills of the road, but enough is enough. So I'm going to end this video here. I won't show you the return journey as I really don't like the camera colours. And don't forget, this video has been sponsored and owned by Blue. As is the motorbike, the strawberries, the chocolates, and almost everything else. So for Blue's sake, please subscribe and like,